wants to know who's going to win the college football playoff. Is it Clemson, Ohio State? Some people rooting for Joe Burrow. Clemson probably with Trevor Lawrence. But I think there's a little bit of a better storyline here too. Is I want to watch the best prospects, the best 2020 NFL draft prospects in the college football playoff. I think a good opportunity for us now is to rank the 10 best 2020 NFL draft prospects in the college football playoff. Know who you're watching for. Our Bengals fans need to be paying close attention because the guy number 1 on the list, Joe Burrow, above average Joe, a guy that's been a rocket ship this entire college football season. He's going to have an opportunity to go against some good defenses. Not the first team. Oklahoma, he'll probably shred, but the second team will obviously have a good defense. I think it's an opportunity for Bengals fans to prepare for Mr. Ohio returning to Cincinnati.
Yeah, the crazy thing about Joe Burrow is we haven't seen him play bad football this year. Like after last year, he had a 79.5 grade overall. Solid, nothing too special though. Really wasn't even on our radar as a top prospect. But his worst game this season, in his worst game, he went 32 of 42 for 321 yards with a touchdown and a pick. Jeez. That is him bottoming out. We've seen Justin Herbert, we've seen some other top quarterback prospects. When it goes south, it goes real south, and all of a sudden they can't complete a pass. Multiple picks in the game. Joe Burrow's worst game, still a 300-yard game, still above 70% completion percentage on the day. He did that every single game this year. It's just absurd what we're seeing from him. And while there are some other incredible prospects in this college football playoff, Joe Burrow, unquestionably the number 1 overall pick. This is the best, most impressive quarterback season we've done in our 6 years of grading college football.
I'd argue his lead is safe. Like him being number 1 overall in the college football playoff, him being number 1 overall in the draft. However, are these games, is there an opportunity here for Joe Burrow to fall down in your opinion, or is it too small of a sample size?
Too small of a sample size. He's already played Alabama's defense. He already played one of the top 5 defenses in the NFL. He already played Florida's defense.
And that felt like a playoff game. That felt like a playoff game.
It did, and he showed up. Same thing, different day. He dominated both those defenses, carved them up, downfield throws, intermediate throws, all the things you want to see from a quarterback. He wasn't just dink and dunking. He wasn't just throwing screens and having his wide receivers take balls, 20 yards after the catch. Joe Burrow's doing it a lot on his own arm. That's why he is unquestionably number 1. If he falls apart in one of these games, you maybe have a little bit more question about him going to the NFL, but he's not going to fall off number 1 on our board.
The NFL throws are what's most impressive. Him putting the ball 10-plus yards down the football field on a rope with great arm, showing off pretty decent arm talent there, great accuracy. His adjusted completion percentage is absurd this year. He's done such a good job of putting the ball where it needs to be on these NFL throws. Not a ton of schemed production. This guy's hitting open receivers, throwing receivers open, playing well inside and outside of structure. He's going to be a player to watch. Let's go to number 2, Chase Young of Ohio State. He's going to have an opportunity in the first round to go against a very good group, offensive tackle talent at Clemson. I think this is an opportunity for Ohio State, Chase Young, to really show he's the number 2 overall pick, real lock there.
Yeah, if I was, treating all positions equally, which we don't do here at PFF because you can't just say a long snapper is the best prospect in the playoff, but I was treating all positions equally. I feel the best about Chase Young being a high-quality NFL player. I think from day one, he is going to be a Pro Bowl caliber edge rusher. That's just the type of player we've seen from him this year, going to shatter the PFF record for pass rushing grade set by Josh Allen last year. That's not even going to be close. Has 3+ pressures in every single game, except for the Northwestern game. And the only reason they didn't was because after the very first snap, he gets a sack in that Northwestern game. They rolled away from him almost every single other play after that. Literally just rolled the quarterback away from the side that Chase Young was on, only read half the field. So even when he's not getting those 3+ pressures, he's completely changing your game plan. He is that good. Ticks the production box, size, speed, athleticism, all you want, he has at the edge position.
He's a game changer, and he's a good kid too. Steve Palazzolo had an opportunity to go to the college football awards and talk to him. He's a really nice kid. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's going to go to the NFL and instantly have an impact. I think similarly to what we're seeing with Nick Bosa. Yeah. I think they both can have impact early in their careers. I think Chase Young is a monster. He's going to have an opportunity to really splash on the national stage.
To me, a better prospect than we saw. So we graded Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett goes number 1 overall. He's a better prospect than Myles Garrett in terms of just where he's at in his developmental curve. Myles Garrett, freak athlete, freakish size.
We started to
see that come on. But yeah, Chase Young, only a junior. I think he's already more refined as a prospect and has all that high-end athleticism and physical traits that you want at the position.
We're staying in Ohio State for number 3. Jeffrey Okudah, former 5-star recruit, now with all the ball production you want to see. Yeah. He's doing such a good job this year across a decent target volume, and now going against Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, and that receiving core. This is an opportunity for Jeffrey Okudah to really splash again. The college football playoff is such a huge opportunity for these draft prospects that are trying to go in the top 10, like an Okudah, like a Chase Young, to really cement their status. And I think Okudah, a good game, gets T. Higgins and company. Exactly. I'm all for it.
He can make himself some money. T. Higgins we'll get to a little later Brown in this top 10. Also, Justin Ross, the wide receiver there for Clemson, probably going to be a first rounder in 2021 if he does come out. So
that guy's a freak.
So two really good wide receiver prospects he's going up against, and he's allowed a 54.9 passer rating against for his career. Multiple years of starting, has just not allowed anything. It's not like he just has a ton of picks to get that low pass rating. Only 3 picks in his career. He's just, when you target him, it's not going to be complete down the football field, and when it's complete underneath, it's not usually going to go for a first down or a touchdown there against Jeffrey Okudah. He has just been stingy for the last couple of years.
Let's go to number 4. One of my favorite prospects in the 2020 NFL draft. I called him wide receiver 1B with Jerry Jeudy, because both of those guys, Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb of Oklahoma, that's the guy at number 4, are so impressive. I think CeeDee Lamb, after the catch, has done some wild things this year. Also good in contested catch situations. I know LSU is probably going to blow out Oklahoma, but if there's going to be a guy that keeps this thing close, it's CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Hurts. That connection, he's been so good this year. Talk to me about CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, 25 broken tackles on 58 catches this year, and
it's absurd.
And it's not just screens. He's getting a lot of downfield passes in the Oklahoma offense, and then he breaks tackles. He is as dynamic as he gets with the ball in his hands, and then at the catch point, his body control is right up there. The DeAndre Hopkins sort of comparisons write themselves. He has that level of hands, that level of body control, is just that talented a receiver. I'm not sure if he blows the doors off the combine in Indy in terms of testing wise, but flip on the tape and the dude gets open play after play after play. He's the 6th overall player on our draft, but we're going to talk about this is the more we go down in this top 10 list, but this is the most talented college football playoff we've ever seen from a draft perspective. 4 guys within the top 6 players on our draft board will be playing this upcoming weekend.
That is incredible. I remember seeing a pregame fit for CeeDee Lamb wearing a Fred Biletnikoff jersey. Oakland Raiders, I think that's a nice fit. Oakland Raiders need a receiver ever since losing Antonio Brown. I think I like that fit already. Let's go to number 5, Isaiah Simmons, a linebacker, safety hybrid for Clemson, a guy that really fits where the NFL is going. You need these unique, versatile types that can come into the NFL, cover a tight end, cover a running back out of the backfield, and still play the run pretty decently. He's got that rangy skill. Isaiah Simmons, a very impressive player. He'll be in the playoff as well.
Yeah, this dude's a freak, 6'4", 230, but they play him more at safety and slot cornerback than they even do at linebacker in that Clemson defense. Kind of a very new hybrid sort of style there with them, but of his 650 snaps, 230 from the slot, 107 as a deep safety, and he does it well. He plays, has an 80-plus coverage grade in that role this year. You go back to the offseason when there's the video of him running the 40-yard dash against Travis Etienne, the Clemson running back, going stride for stride at the end. He's going to run in the 4.4s. He has the freakish sort of coverage range and ability that you need to play linebacker in the NFL today. Work in progress, against the run. He doesn't have to take on a lot of blocks.
So was Devin White, to be fair.
Exactly,
I think Devin White was also a work in progress.
But that's not going to really move the needle. He's good against the run, sideline to sideline, which is, I think, where even the run games are going in today's
Absolutely.
NFL.
Look at the 49ers. They run outside a ton. They do those pitches to Raheem Mostert and company. With Isaiah Simmons, too, he's 6'4", 230 pounds. He's playing snaps at slot corner, free safety. This guy's a game changer. I really like his prototype there. Let's go to number 6, another one of my favorite prospects. We got a lot of favorites in the college football playoff. Christian Fulton is an absolute stud. Legit match and mirror ability. I had an opportunity to listen to an interview with Daniel Jeremiah on Move the Sticks between Christian Fulton. Really smart between the ears. This is a guy that wants to get better, represent LSU as DBU, the DBU. I think Christian Fulton, one of the better man corners in this class. Okudah, very good too, but Christian Fulton, a very special player.
Yeah, so number 6 on here on this list, also number 10 on our draft board. So 6 of the top 10 you'll be watching this weekend in this upcoming
against good matchups too. That's the biggest thing. Not only are they going to be playing this weekend, but they're going to go against top competition. It's an opportunity to really put an exclamation mark on your evaluation for these players.
And so what I love about Christian Fulton is he is top 5 among all cornerbacks nationally in terms of press coverage snaps this season. We have seen him play press man, play it at a very high level, the highest graded cornerback in the SEC this year, had a higher overall grade than Greedy Williams did last year at LSU, the 2nd round pick there for the Browns. I think he's a top, like I said, he's the 10th player on our board, so I think he's a top 10 caliber player, easily a first rounder, but then again, can make himself some money if you go up against CeeDee Lamb and performs, maybe go up against the next week, go up against someone like T. Higgins and performs. I think he has a good chance to shoot his way up draft boards this upcoming weekend.
I'm going to throw a little 2-for-1 in here. I know Christian Fulton's Fulton's going to be fun. He's going against the top competition. But opposite of him, there's an 18-year-old, Derek Stingley Jr., that is an absolute monster. Yeah. He's going to be fun to watch, not for the 2020 NFL draft.
That's good for Lamb. Lamb gets to go against both of them.
Dude, it's going to be a very good college football playoff. I'm getting excited already. Let's go to number 7. We're standing at LSU secondary, Grant Delpit. Yes, he's missed a ton of tackles, but injuries have been a part of that. He's still a very special player, rangy, has all this athleticism. I think he's a leader on that team. I think he's very impressive, and an opportunity again to go against a very good passing offense in Oklahoma, show off what he can do, tackle CeeDee Lamb after the catch. Show me some tackles, Grant Delpit. You tackle CeeDee Lamb after the catch, I'm going to get excited.
And he's very much a modern safety, 6'3", 203, can play in the box, can play deep, can play in the slot, anywhere you want, has that coverage range and those sort of plays that I saw him make plays from the middle of the field last year that just you can't really teach a guy to make. He either can make those plays or he doesn't. Last year, he was higher on our board coming into this year with 12 combined picks and pass breakups in 2018, but like you mentioned, he's missed almost a quarter of his tackles this year, has had an ankle injury that's added to some of that, but those tackles are a big deal. You know, tackling does matter, and especially when you get to the NFL, shutting down screens and those sort of things is something he's going to have to do and do better than he does right now. But the innate coverage ability that he has, you cannot teach. That's why he's number 7 here on our list.
Let's get back to the offensive side of the ball. Offense wins championships. Am I right? Let's go. T. Higgins of Clemson, sure-handed receiver, very good ball skills, great in contested catch situations. One of the bigger receivers in this class. I think he overshadowed a bit by the Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb a little bit, but he's still very good, and I think he has an opportunity against Ohio State. Jeffrey Kuda and company, Sean Wade maybe in the mix there, is going to have an opportunity to really rock it up.
Yeah, you called him sure-handed. That's almost underselling his ability.
I apologize.
A highlight reel of catches on par with any other wide receivers in the nation. Great ball skills, and at 6'4", 215, he is a very good in contested catches as well. I love his body control. Him and Trevor Lawrence on back shoulder fades. Probably the best sort of combination in the country on those sort of routes. Only 5 drops on 116 catchable passes over the past couple of seasons. He has a little more speed and a little more wiggle after the catch than most 6'4", 215-pound wide receivers as well. This guy can get open at a high level, a top 25 player on our draft board.
Number 9 on this list, staying with Clemson's offense, Travis Etienne, nicknamed TNT because this dude is explosive. He's an absolute rocket out of the backfield. Some of the highest yards per carry we've ever seen. After contact, forcing missed tackles. He's going to break the PFF record for forced missed tackles per touch. He's such a great runner, very explosive, fits where the NFL is going. I'm not saying take him in the first round. We're not going that deep here, but Travis Etienne, still awesome to watch. I think he's going to have an opportunity to really rock it.
Yeah, he's the top running back on our draft board. Came into Clemson kind of just this speed guy, a little skinny. He's up to about 215 pounds now, a complete running back now, can carry that every down sort of load. 84 broken tackles this year, most of any running back in the country. 181 rushing attempts, 47th most of anyone. He was breaking tackles at just an absurd rate this year. And for his career, over a fifth of his carries have gone for 10-plus yards. 1 out of every 5 carries is going to be a home run. That's just the type of running back he is. So explosive, straight line speed off the charts, but then he also has that make-you-miss ability. To me, I don't really think it's a question. He is the best running back in this draft class.
Man, and I remember in some mock drafts, you've mocked him to the Baltimore Ravens. Talk about that explosiveness. Marquise Brown.
Fun one.
Travis Etienne, Lamar Jackson. You're talking about an offense that is so hard to stop. They can beat you in so many ways. I like that fit. The Baltimore Ravens should already be trying to make calls there. If they don't win the Super Bowl, they might have a chance to get him there. Let's go to the last player on this. Clemson cornerback A.J. Teller, 6'1", 190 pounds, a longer corner. A guy that, again, overshadowed a bit what I think is a very good cornerback class at the top, and Christian Fulton and Jeffrey Okudah. I think this guy, though, is still a very good player in his own right.
Yeah, Terrell's long, fits that sort of mold that you're looking for in a modern cornerback. And the only thing is, kind of the only difference between him and guys like Okudah and Fulton is just he hasn't gotten tested at Clemson. They don't even throw at him. Only targeted 30 times all season long. Has only allowed 192 yards this season. He's really been excellent over the course of his career. Passer rating allowed a 53.8 this season. I go back to the national championship game last year. He has the pick 6, but the most impressive route to me was Devontae Smith, a little out and up. He did not give Devontae Smith a foot. The entire route was in his hip pocket for a little, forced a little overthrow. Would have probably picked it off if that throw would have been on target. He has some high-level reps like that. We just need to see him get tested, and the good news is he's probably going to get tested here this upcoming weekend against Ohio State.
Against Ohio State, he better be ready to get tested. There's going to be throwing the ball a lot. Justin Fields, the second highest graded quarterback in college football, according to PFF grades, right behind number 1 on the list, Joe Burrow. Cannot wait for this weekend.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.